Today we are going to cover the cash flow statement. Can somebody tell me what do you mean by the cash flow statement? Why it is prepared? What is your understanding about the cash flow statement? Okay. Okay. Can you share the questions from there for my revision? Okay, no problem. I will. Actually, I'm sharing in the group. So I don't know whether you are in the group or no. I don't know. So RR, what is your understanding about the cash flow? Can you tell me?
In cash flow statements, we learn about the cash inflows and outflows in investing activities, operating activities, and financing activities.
Okay. So Swaraj, KK, how are you? Now you tell me what is your understanding about the cash flow?
Hello, sir.
Hello, yes, tell me, how are you?
Yeah, sir. Fine, sir. Fine.
Yes, just
The
general
cash flow
understanding.
statement says about yes, sir, cash inflow and outflow of cash, and it's it include operating activity, financial activity, and
So I just wanted to tell you cash flow is the reconciliation of the cash between the two accounting period, between the two period. It is the it is a reconciliations reconciliation of cash between two accounting period. So and there's a why we need to prepare the cash flow. Since we prepare our books, since we prepare our books on accrual basis, so to have a more clarity, since we prepare our books on accrual basis, so we will not have the more clarity about how actual cash. So it shows a reconciliations of cash. Okay, so there is a three types of activities there. One is called the operating activities. Operating activities. Second thing is called investing activities. And the third is called financing activities. So what is all about the operating activities? Like it will show you the inflow and the outflow of the cash from your core business, from your main activities, from the business itself. Like if you are having, you can prepare the cash flow under two methods. One is called the direct method, the other is called the indirect method. The other is called indirect method. So what is direct method? I just want to tell you, like if you are having a direct method, it is same as doing your accounting on cash basis. It is same as you are doing your accounting on cash basis. So what you will do, if you have any cash sale, you will write it here. If you have any collection from customer, you will write it here. So this is the sources where you are getting the money. Like here you got the 500, then you got 1500. So all together you have a cash collection of 2000, out of which if you are doing some payment, that is called the outflow of cash, the payment to vendor, It means that this is the core activities you are doing because you are in the business, you are doing for the business as a core primary activity. So payment to the vendor, say like 1,000, you are paying some rent, you paid like 500, you paid some interest because you borrowed the money and started the business. So you paid it the interest, say like 200. It means you have an outflow of almost 1,700. So I can say that I have a net cash inflow. I have a net cash inflow from operating activities. So I can simply say that I have a net cash inflow from the operating activity is 300. So this is the way we are doing. So if it is like operating activities, it's a name itself says that whatever the cash you are getting or generating from your operating from the operation of the business, that comes under the cash from operating activities. But the indirect method is a little different, for which I will take you, but just I wanted to cover the first definition part. Then it comes to the investing. It means like whatever the cash you are getting, not from the operating activities, but from the investment, like sale of the PPE, purchase of PPE, you have some investment of the cash. So you will record as a cash outflow. If you are selling some plant, property and equipment, then you can record as an inflow of the cash from the investing activities. And the same way is the financing activity. It is all about the capital structure of the business, like from the capital part, how the capital you are getting, what is like if you are issuing some shares and you are getting some cash, it means you can say that cash received from the equity financing activities. If you have to redeem some long-term debenture, you can keep it here and say that this is the financing activities. So these are the things. So now I just covered what is about the cash flow statement, what cash flow statement, and what are the things included in it. Why it is prepared? Because we are preparing our books of accounts under the accrual basis. So to have the more understanding and clarity about the cash, how cash has been comes into the business, how it is being expensed, to understand that we have to make a reconciliations of cash, and that is showing from the two accounting period, and that what we are preparing, we are making with the help of cash flow statement. So now in their direct statement, it is very simple, like you are getting the business cash from the business by doing the cash in, by getting the cash from the collections, you are just getting that is becomes the inflow for you. Then on the other part, on the counterpart, you have some cash outflow, like you are paying some vendors because you purchased you did some purchase, you did some procurement, so you are paying for them. Maybe you paid the salary to the staff, that is also a cash payment for you. You have taken some place for the office or the factories or the workhouse or the workshop, and you are paying the rent. So you can say that okay, rent paid. And if you have borrowed some money and you are paying some interest, so that is also for the cash from operation. So these are the cash outflow for running an operation. So that's why whatever the differences, whatever the net comes, either we can say that net cash inflow or net cash outflow. If your expense is more, or if your outflow is more and inflow is less, in that case you will have a net outflow. So in this scenario, say if you paid the salary here, if you paid the salary here like 500, it means that your actual cash outflow is 2,200, whereas your cash inflow is 2,200. So you can say that no, I have a net cash inflow. Instead of you can write inflow, you can simply write as an outflow. So this way how we are doing the cash flow statement. So this is under the direct method. So now we'll say that we will see about the indirect method. So indirect method is always start from the net profit. Indirect is always start from the net profit. So let's have first I want to clear something else. Let's say I have a balance sheet. So I have a balance sheet. A balance sheet has a fixed asset and current asset. And that what fixed asset is not, we can say that non-current asset. And then we have like inventory. Then we have cash at bank. So in the current year, year 1, and it was year 0, and it is year 1. So year 0, we have a AR of 500. Now this year, when the current year ends, I say that no, it's ended 600. So it means that if AR is getting increased, it means that our money got stuck with the AR because they have not paid our money. Our money got stuck. Now, if the inventory was 500, now it's showing 400. It means that we have already converted our inventory into the cash, so that whatever be the amount that we can say that the release of cash. Then after I have a cash at bank, let's say 200 in the beginning and 2500. So this is, we are not going to take it here. We will take as a bottom line, as writing as a opening cash, and then after doing all the reconciliations from the operating, after putting all the reconciliations of opening, operating, investing and financing, we will get the net as a change of cash. And if you will add the opening cash in it, you will get the closing cash balance. So I just took the two current asset here, two current asset. So one is like I took three. Out of three, the last one we are not going to take into the considerations. We will just take it as a bottom line, writing as a opening cash. Then after, we will do the changes. So if AR has a 5,000 in the beginning and now it's become 600, 500 to 600, it means that the AR has not paid money and our money got stuck with them. Inventory got converted into the money. So we got released money from the inventory. In the same way, we have some current liability. So current liability, we have AP, we have some outstanding, or we can say that accrued. So AP, it was like 600, now it's 700. So it means that we are not paid. We did not paid any, we have not paid to AP. We hold their money. We hold their money means like it is like a, we don't pay. It means we hold the money. So it is a cash for, it will be taken as a inflow. It will be considered as an inflow of cash because we have not paid the money. So indirectly we keep the money with us. And the accrued was like 600 and then it's become 400. It means that we have what we did, we paid the money. It means that our cash will get reduced. So now I will just write the format. From there you can follow it. So I will write it here first. Net profit. I will add some non-cash or I will add it here some non-cash item or non-operating gain or losses. Instead of writing or add, I can write it adjustment. Adjustment can be in positive, can be in negative. So I'm just writing this number. So this is the, then after I will do the working capital adjustment. I will do the working capital adjustment. So if there is a decrease of current asset, we will add it. Yeah. Yes, tell me.
अब बोले नॉन कैश आ रहा है तो नॉन कैश कैश
Non-cash को we have done the adjustment. Like the depreciations and all, we will adjust it here. Depreciation, yes,
Depreciation non-cash.
yes. That's why I have written non-cash item adjustment will be done. Non-operating gain or losses will be adjusted here. Okay, then after whatever be the figure will come, we have to do the working capital adjustment, that is decrease of current asset, we will add it. Then increase of current liability, we will add it. Then we have a increase of current asset, we will deduct. Then we will decrease of current liability, we will deduct it. Okay. Then after we will just write, okay, if there is any other adjustment like payment of some time, no, you can just simply write it like whatever be the net will come, that is called cash from operating activities. Okay. Then we have sale of PPE. Then we have purchase of PPE, plant, properties and equipment. Say, so when it comes to the sale, it is like a release of cash. When you have a sale of PPE, it means it is a release of cash. So here you will have the cash inflow, release of cash. On the other side, it is like application of cash, application of cash. Okay, you will do the balancing and you will say that cash from investing activities. Now the question comes, you have a issuance of shares. Shares. So it means it is like if you are issuing the shares, it means you have a cash inflow. You will have a cash inflow. On the same time, if you have to do the redemption of long-term loan, it means like you will have to pay. It is like a outflow of cash. Same way, prepaid payment of cash dividend. So payment of cash dividend is like a outflow for you. So whatever be the balance will come, you can simply write as a cash from financing activities. So what we got, first we got cash from operating activities, that I can say A. Then I say got cash from operating A, cash from investing B, and then cash from financing we can say as C. So if you add all these 3 points, you will have change of cash. Change of cash. So this is like A plus B and plus C. So say if it is like 500 and you have a like opening cash and cash equivalent. equivalent. So you will write it here, and then you will have in your hand closing cash and cash equivalent. So you will, after adding the opening, say I say the opening, okay, just 200. So you will have a closing cash of this. So this way actually we are preparing our cash flow. But in the CMA exam, they will never ask you to complete the full in one question. They can ask in part. Either they can ask whether this item is included in the cash operating activity in operating activities, or they can ask whether this is included in financing activities, or they can ask what is the nature of this type of transaction. Then you have to advise whether it is a financing or investing or operating. You have to identify the nature of the transactions. So this way they can ask in the exam. And the most difficult thing what they can ask you to give some numbers, and they will like some numbers they will give you the two balance sheet, and they will ask you please prepare the cash from operating activities or please prepare the cash from investing activity. That is the toughest part they can ask in the paper. Okay, so as of now, what I have discussed, do you people have any problem with this in the understanding level? Hello? सैयद भाई,
What did you ask?
क्या क्या बोले?
क्या पूछा आपने? क्वेश्चन क्या था?
नहीं, मैंने आई जस्ट से दैट आई डोंट नो, आपका वॉइस ये हो रहा है, मसला हो रहा है.
जी मैं ठीक है.
हाँ, अभी तक के अंडरस्टैंडिंग लेवल पे कोई मसले हैं तो बताएं. देन वी विल टेक सम क्वेश्चन, नो प्रॉब्लम.
नहीं बस ठीक है. वही एक वो डाउट था कि नॉन कैश आपने लिया है तो वो वाला समझ गए. तो आपने ऑपरेटिंग.
हाँ, तो और कहीं भी लेना है तो बताएं.
जी
मतलब
ऑपरेटिंग में लेना पड़ता है.
तो हमने भी
ऑपरेटिंग में लेना है और कैश फ्लो में नहीं लेंगे. कैश फ्लो में ओनली कैश.
कैश फ्लो में कैश मतलब नहीं समझे. देखिए, कैश फ्लो इनडायरेक्ट मेथड में क्या होता है, यू ऑलवेज स्टार्ट योर आंसर्स फ्रॉम द नेट प्रॉफिट. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल योर नेट प्रॉफिट्स includes all kind of things, so you have to exclude those things which is not purely related to the operation. So that's why that is not included, the cash non-cash item you have to remove it, because cash basis this actually
जी हाँ सही है.
हाँ,
मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ कि कैश अभी कैश फ्लो में सिर्फ कैश आइटम्स लेने का है.
जी, लेकिन कैश फ्लो के स्टार्टिंग करने के पहले यू हैव टू डू सर्टेन एडजस्टमेंट, एंड दैट एडजस्टमेंट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. Okay, so as of now, if you have any question, you please let me know. So RR, you have any issues? Are you okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Also Raj Sahab, are you okay with this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Understand.
Okay. So I don't know. Sanket Sahab, I don't know whether you understood or no. You just give me your assent. So So the question number 11 says that, question number 11, can somebody, can you people see this?
Yes.
Which of the following could be identified as a cash flow statement prepared using the indirect method?
Dual schemes, expense, depreciation है, अभी नॉन कैश बोले थे. इनडायरेक्ट में हाँ नॉन कैश एक्सपेंस और डिप्रिशिएशन होगा.
Depreciation होगा.
तो आपने अभी तो बोला इनडायरेक्ट.
हाँ ठीक है. क्यों सेटलमेंट ऑफ द लॉ सूट डेटा प्रीवियसली अक्रूड ये नहीं आएगा?
अक्रूवल नहीं है, इनडायरेक्ट है.
क्यों नहीं आता?
प्रीवियसली अक्रूड है तो ऑलरेडी आ गया है ना.
वो ऑलरेडी लायबिलिटी में इंक्लूडेड था ना. अब वो वर्क. उसके बाद ये क्वेश्चन नंबर 12 में देखें. हेलो, क्वेश्चन नंबर 12. So he's saying that cash flow, I have to calculate the cash from operating activities.
ऊपर का
Hello. So I'm saying that cash from operating activities you have to calculate. So first I will start from the net profit. What is the net profit for us? 1.5 million, is it? What is the net profit for us? 1.5 million.
आंसर सी हो गया.
Okay, then it is saying that amortization expenses. So amortization, it is a very similar to the depreciation. So I will just copy it here first. Amortization is a very similar to the depreciation. I have to copy it here. Then I am saying cash dividend paid to the common share. This is not the operating activity. This will be
financial activity.
financial activities. And work in progress inventory increased over the year. So if the working capital if the inventory get increased, it is like
Cash outflow.
Cash outflow. Yes, exactly. It is like a cash outflow. So what I will do simple. I will minus this 300,000. I will minus this 300,000. Now come to this. Gain on sale of equipment. What should I do?
Remove from the total.
ऐड कर लें.
Deduct this amount.
I have to deduct it because this is the non-operational activities, gain from non-operating activities. I have to reduce it. So this is the answer, I believe. So the answer should be B. Are you okay with this or no?
मेराज भाई, ये गेन ऑन सेल ऑफ इक्विपमेंट, तो ये तो इन्वेस्टिंग एक्टिविटी का ही पार्ट हो गया ना, ये इक्विपमेंट.
First of all,
जी जी.
it is just talks about the gain. It is not talks about how much the money you received. Okay, so this gain is included in your net profit. So I said that you have to do the adjustment for the non-operating gain or losses. So this is
Okay.
not, this is the gain from investing activity. This is not the gain from the operating activity. So you have to deduct it. So you have to deduct it.
सो महराज भाई अगर उधर गेन नहीं देता था मतलब ओनली सेल ऑफ इक्विपमेंट
So you
तो
have to ignore,
इग्नोर इट यस ओके
ignore. So this part is okay.
यस भाई क्लियर
So this 13 I believe is okay for you now.
विराज भाई आपकी ये बैटरी शायद 10% है.
Just I have to put the charger 1 minute. So now this is correct. Okay. Now what is to be the sequence? Question number 16.
D. Operating,
D.
investing, financing.
Operating, investing and financing.
फाइनेंस
So this is going to be the sequence. Everybody is okay with this? There is no way to say no because this is the correct answer. So now the question number 25. Hello, question number 25.
Yeah.
इसका ए है.
I don't know. क्या है इसका आंसर?
ये होना चाहिए.
बोल रहा है during the year require the long term productive item 5,000 and borrow 10,000 from a local bank and this transaction should be reported. So first of all, cash investing activities 5,000 outflow and then inflow from the, since it is a loan from the other bank, so it is to be classified as a financial activity. Is it okay? So this is the A. Roshan bhai, you have any question with this? Hello? It is okay for you. Now you tell me from this, what is the investing activities?
A. 3 lakh.
Okay, what is the financing activities?
6 lakh. Dividend pay and repurchase of hot water company stock.
Yes, this is correct. Okay, now the question comes. Question number 29.
B. 7,20,000.
Financing activities.
फाइनेंसिंग एक्टिविटी तो बता रहा 8 लाख माइनस 80,000.
So net income नहीं, increase नहीं, decrease नहीं, increase
नहीं.
नहीं, depreciation नहीं, cash from issue of shares. This is the only thing First I will consider, then cash payment is also considered. Roshan bhai, is it okay? So now you tell me what is the cash from operating activities for this question.
मीराज भाई कैश पेड फॉर डिविडेंड्स को क्यों डिडक्ट करें अपन?
बिकॉज ये इक्विटी वाले शेयर होल्डर्स को देते हैं ना, ये जो इक्विटीज वाले को देते हैं, ओनर्स को पेमेंट करते हैं, तो व्हेनेवर द पेमेंट गोज टू द ओनर्स ना, उसको फाइनेंसिंग्स में क्लासिफाई करते हैं. ठीक है. नाउ रोशन भाई, गेट मी द नंबर्स. व्हाट इज द कैश फ्रॉम ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटीज? What is the cash from operating activities from this?
ऑपरेटिंग
cash from operating activities.
$2 मिलियन 4 लाख है भाई.
ये तो सवाल करने वाला है भाई, ऐसे से होगा नहीं. तो सबसे पहला काम क्या होगा, ये वाला पैसा ऐड हो जाएगा 2 मिलियन. इज इट?
जी हाँ, 24 आएगा मेरा जो आंसर.
इंक्रीज इन AR, इंक्रीज इन AR माइनस 300,000. Hello, decrease in inventory will be added. Increase in AP will be added. Depreciation will be added. Anybody has given this answer? 22.4 million.
यस.
Who has given?
अगर सिर्फ डिप्रेशिएशन दिया हो तो फिर नहीं देंगे ना.
क्या नहीं दिया मतलब?
अभी डिप्रेशिएशन एक्सपेंस दिया है.
हाँ, तो डिप्रिसिएशन वर्ड लिखे या डिप्रिसिएशन एक्सपेंस लिखे, मेरे लिए सेम है.
नहीं.
यस.
मैं वही तो डाउट है मेरा.
नहीं, कोई डाउट नहीं. हाँ, नहीं लिया क्योंकि ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटीज स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द नेट प्रॉफिट. See, this is the calculation, this is the format I have written. यहाँ से we have started from here. Net profit plus adjustment of non-cash item. Adjustment for non-cash item oblique non-operating gain or losses. Then working capital adjustment has to be done. Working capital adjustment, how you will do? If there is a decrease of current asset, you will add it. Increase in current liability, you will add it. Increase in current asset, you have to deduct. Decrease in current asset, you have to deduct. So now you please try to understand this question, because this question is really very important when it comes to the cash from operating activities.
रोशन भाई, ये 101% इस तरह का क्वेश्चन आता है.
So
डेफिनेटली देता है वो एग्जाम में.
So net profit, you can write what is this? This is like increase in AR. Increase in AR. Then decrease in inventory. Then what were 200? Increase in AP. Then what I said? 400 debt expenses. Non-cash item. So this is the 2.4 million is the answer. When I say the financing activities, what was our answer? Our answer was 720,000. Is it okay for you now? I will move ahead. So now this question is little tricky, so I want to go with this now. Now question number 33, please have a look on this. Machan Corporation's controller has gathered the following information on the basis of the preparing the statement of the cash flow. So have you read this question or no? Can we start doing it? Madden Corporation controller has gathered the following information on the basis of the preparing of the cash flow. The net income of the current year is 82,000 during the year. Old equipment of the costing of 60,000 and net carrying value is 53,000 and sold in cash for the gain of 10,000. The new equipment was purchased for 100,000. Then show this is the balances is given. They are asking cash from operating activities. Does anybody have done this question or no? Now, this question is little tricky. So, first of all, what we will do? Net profit. What is the net profit? 82,000. So now, the question saying that during this year, the old equipment of 60,000, the old equipment का book value कितना था? Book value was 60,000. Book value 60,000. No, it has a cost of 6,000. Cost is 60,000 and net carrying value is 53,000. So carrying value is called the book value actually. So carrying value is 53,000. Now the question is saying it is 50 and sold for a cash at a gain of 10,000. So this is like a carrying value and 10,000 के gain पे बेचा. It means इसके ऊपर we have to add the gain. So gain is how much? 10,000. So I will get the selling price. What is the sell? So this is the cash received from sale. So this is the first working that you need to done. This is the first working that need to be done. So means there is a gain. So I have to write it here, less gain on sale of asset 10,000. So again I have to write like this. Now the question is, inventory was before, account receivable was before 43,000, now 37,000. Now 37,000. So working capital adjustment I am taking. So first inventory AR. What the AR was initially? Initially it was 43,000. Now it's become 37,000. So AR is what? Reduced or increased? Reduced. 43,000 minus 37,000. So it is reduced by 6,000. So I will write it like AR decreased. Then what is the next? AR. Inventory, it was 93. Now it's increased to 105. So inventory, it was 93,000 and it's increased to 105,000. So we have a increased of inventory. On the other side, what is saying here, the equipment having the cost value is 360,000 and now the value is 400,000. Now the value is 400,000. So I just want to tell you how the equipment will work here. So the equipment ka book value is how much? 360,000 less disposal. Disposal is how much? 60,000 cost item is being sold. So what should be the balance in hand left? 300,000. What is the balance showing? What is the closing balance showing? Closing balance is showing 400,000. So it means there is a purchase of equipment. $100,000 का purchase हुआ. There is a purchase of equipment. Now come to the depreciation, accumulated depreciation. So accumulated depreciation was initially how much? 70,000. 70,000 less transfer to disposal account. Let accumulated depreciation for disposed assets. So what is the depreciation for disposed asset? It was 7,000 because this is the difference. So accumulated depreciation was 7,000. So I will say that 7,000 is for the disposed asset. So it means that 70,000 minus 70,000, this is the depreciation value. Depreciation left. But closing accumulated depreciation, closing balance is how much? 83,000. So this means current year depreciation is 20,000. This minus 63,000 is 20,000. So this is the current year depreciation. So you have to add it here. Current year depreciation. Depreciation is 20,000. This is the current year depreciation. Now come to the AP. AP, it was 22, now 19. So AP is getting decreased. So AP decreased. So what is the funda here? Then the AP was 22 minus 19. So you will write 22,000 minus 19,000. So you will write it like minus 3,000 is AP decreased. Note payable has no changes. Common stock has no changes. Retained earning has no changes. So now the question is very clear. So what is the balance in my hand after doing all the adjustment? That would be the cash from operating activities. So my answer will be C, cash from operating activities. Cash from operating activities. So this is the cash from operating activities. So this answer is C. Now you people please try to read question.
वैसे अकाउंट रिसीवेबल में आपने माइनस कर लिया है, इसको ऐड करेंगे ना?
किसको माइनस किया?
AR
AR में 93 था, AR में 43 था, 37 हो गया. तो मैंने ऐड किया ना यहाँ 6,000.
आप डिक्रीज लिखे हो इसलिए
नहीं, हम बोला एपी में डिक्रीज हुआ, लेकिन यहाँ एक्चुअल में साइन है।
डिक्रीज लिखे थे।
नहीं, अभी भी हम डिक्रीज ही लिखा है भाई, एआर में वैल्यू डिक्रीज हुआ, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम राइटिंग 6000 प्लस।
ओके ओके।
हाँ भाई, ये थोड़ा सा उसके लिए आपको सवाल पढ़ना पड़ेगा। आप सबसे पहले देखो कि यू आर सेलिंग वन ऑफ द इक्विपमेंट ऑफ कॉस्ट 60,000, their book value यानी carrying value is how much? 53,000. It means you have provided the 7,000 depreciation. Okay, in the beginning the accumulated depreciation is how much? 70,000. So you have to reduce this 70,000, because this 70,000 is a part, is included that 7,000 which you are disposing of. So it means you have to reduce that 7,000. So it will become 63,000 in your hand now. And since this, and at the end you are seeing that your accumulated depreciation is goes to 83. It means that you have given 20,000 of depreciation current year. So you have given 20,000 of depreciation current year. और सैयद नवेद भाई क्या कुछ समझ आई? कुछ मसले सेट हुए?
जी महराज भाई।
क्या कुछ भारी है?
नहीं, समझ में आया महराज भाई। वही डेप्रिसिएशन का थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम है, मतलब जब करे तो समझ के करना पड़ेगा उसको, तो नहीं तो वो
लिखित ही मिला है, पता नहीं कहीं वो
क्या बोल रहे?
नहीं, वो थोड़ा समझने के लिए डिफिकल्ट है डेप्रिसिएशन का पार्ट जो है ना महराज भाई। बाकी का तो क्लियर है, लेकिन वही आपके जैसा वर्किंग करना पड़ेगा वो डेप्रिसिएशन जब
हाँ,
अगर
थोड़ा तो करना पड़ेगा।
क्योंकि फिर
एक बार स्क्रीन बताइए प्लीज।
कौन सी? एक्सेल वाले? चलेगा?
मेरा तो एक बार डिफरेंशिएशन बताइए ना कैसे होती है।
देखिए, मैंने बोला कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल देयर इज अ टू थिंग यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड हियर। फर्स्ट, देयर इज अ वन इक्विपमेंट, ठीक है, ऑफ 60,000 जिसका कैरिंग वैल्यू 53,000 है। इसका मतलब उसके ऊपर 7,000 का डेप्रिसिएशन अलाउ हो चुका है, और वो जो 7,000 का डेप्रिसिएशन है वो एक्यूमुलेटेड डेप्रिसिएशन के अंदर में इंक्लूडेड है। तो उसको मैंने हटाया कि पहले देखिए एक्यूमुलेटेड मेरे को 70,000 देगा, उसमें से मैंने 7,000 माइनस किया लेस डेप्रिसिएशन फॉर डिस्पोज्ड एसेट। तो इसके बाद जो मेरे हाथ में बचा वो एग्जिस्टिंग एसेट का डेप्रिसिएशन हुआ।
70,000
70,000 क्वेश्चन में दिया हुआ भाई साहब, एक्यूमुलेटेड डेप्रिसिएशन इक्विपमेंट।
और क्योंकि गेन भी है ना, उसको हम गेन को माइनस भी करेंगे।
माइनस किया भाई, इधर किया ना माइनस।
जी जी।
ये अपने आप में कंप्लीट क्वेश्चन, कंप्लीट पैकेज क्वेश्चन है भाई। अगर इस क्वेश्चन को आपने अगर समझ के कर लिया तो आई बिलीव कि आप 90% क्वेश्चन कर लेंगे। क्वेश्चन 90% कैश फ्लो का क्वेश्चन आप कर दीजिएगा। ओके, अभी इसी सवाल पे इफ यू वांट मी आई कैन टेक कि कैश फ्रॉम इन्वेस्टिंग कितना आएगा। तो सबसे पहले आई विल टेल यू व्हाट एक्चुअली हैपेंड हियर। फर्स्ट यू डिड अ सेल ऑफ एसेट, तो यू रिसीव द मनी। हाउ मच यू रिसीव द मनी सेल ऑफ एसेट से? सेल ऑफ एसेट से आपको पैसे कितने मिले? 63,000, बिकॉज 53,000 का सामान आपने 10,000 के प्रॉफिट में बेचा है। ऑन द सेम टाइम यू हैव अ परचेज ऑफ एसेट, परचेज ऑफ एसेट वो कितना है आपके पास इस सवाल में? इस सवाल में आपका परचेज ऑफ एसेट है 100,000 का, जो हमने बैलेंसिंग फिगर से निकाला है। इसका मतलब नेट में अगर कैश फ्रॉम इन्वेस्टिंग एक्टिविटीज अगर हम आपसे बोले तो आप बोलिएगा इज योर नेट एक्टिविटीज है 37,000 का, इन्वेस्टिंग एक्टिविटीज है। नाउ अब आते हैं कैश फ्रॉम फाइनेंसिंग एक्टिविटीज। कैश फ्रॉम फाइनेंसिंग एक्टिविटीज, तो देखिए हमारे पास कॉमन स्टॉक में चेंजेस नहीं है, नोट टेबल में चेंजेस नहीं है, ठीक है। रिटेन्ड अर्निंग में चेंजेस है। तो रिटेन्ड अर्निंग में जो चेंजेस होता है वो बेसिकली वो किसके कारण होता है? यहाँ पे एक डिविडेंड पेड हुआ होगा, ठीक है, डिविडेंड पेड हुआ होगा, तभी जाके रिटेन्ड अर्निंग में चेंजेस आता है। तो पहले हम चेक करते हैं कि रिटेन्ड अर्निंग मेरा ओपनिंग में क्या था। रिटेन्ड हमारे पास ओपनिंग में था 93,000 का। उसके बाद करंट ईयर प्रॉफिट कितना हुआ? 82,000 का। अच्छा, इसका मतलब कोई डिविडेंड भी पे आउट नहीं हुआ है, ठीक है। तो फाइनेंसिंग एक्टिविटीज में एज सच कुछ भी नहीं हुआ। तो अब हमने निकालेंगे ए प्लस बी प्लस सी, ए प्लस बी प्लस सी। अब देखिए हमारा ए कितना निकला था? कैश फ्रॉम इन्वेस्टिंग एक्टिविटी ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटीज कितना था? 83,000 प्लस दिस यानी 46,000। अच्छा, अब देखिए कैश मेरे पास में ओपनिंग कैश कितना था वो ऐड करेंगे। ओपनिंग कैश हमारे पास कितना था इस सवाल में, वो उसको हम ऐड करेंगे। तो ओपनिंग कैश था हमारे हाथ में 39,000 का। अब हम इस दोनों को ऐड करेंगे, चेक करेंगे कि हमारा क्लोजिंग कैश मैच हो गया क्या। क्लोजिंग कैश देखिए 85,000। इसका मतलब ये है कि ये सवाल हमने आपको तीनों लेवल पे बना दिया, कैश फ्रॉम एक्टिविटी, कैश फ्रॉम ऑपरेटिंग, कैश फ्रॉम इन्वेस्टिंग एंड कैश फ्रॉम फाइनेंसिंग। इफ यू प्रैक्टिस दिस क्वेश्चन आई मस्ट बिलीव कि आपका कैश फ्लो का एक बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग क्लियर हो जाएगा कि वो कैसे कैसे मूव करता है और तीनों का इक्वल कैसे मिला के वी कैन चेक कि हमारा कैश फ्लो सही बना या गलत बना, ठीक है। कमाल भाई इसमें कोई डाउट है? बोले कमाल भाई।
सही है भाई, सही है।
सही है। आर यू फाइंड एनीथिंग न्यू?
No, sir, it was easy.
It was easy for you, see?
Yes, sir. I've
Maybe
already seen this format.
you have already,
Seen this format, sir, so it's easy.
so it's easy, see? It means that the cash flow is done in the, we can complete our cash flow in this way easily. So now I am sharing some question that you people have to do that from the cash flow itself. Okay. So now we will see on Monday with new topics of the PAR. Okay. Thank you very much everyone. अगर कोई क्वेश्चन है तो प्लीज पूछ ले। आजम भाई पूछ ले, कुछ क्वेश्चन है तो।
नहीं मेराज भाई ये क्लियर है। नेक्स्ट कौन सा स्टार्ट करते हैं मेराज भाई?